Here we go. Salute to NBA Nation on this Monday evening. Game 5 is in the books, and it was a Boston massacre, man. The Boston Celtics go back home, take care of business, and stomp a mud hole in Kyrie, Luka, and the Dallas Mavericks, man. Jaylen Brown taking the MVP, 31-11 for Jayson Tatum, 21-8-6 for Jaylen Brown. And the Boston Celtics, ladies and gentlemen, are your NBA champions, 106-88. Hats off to them. You had 4 Celtics in double figures. Jrue Holiday, 15 and 11, 4 assists. Derek White, 14, 4 of 8 shooting from downtown. It was one of those nights, man. It was one of those nights. Let's talk about it. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Call us up, 657-383-1509, or you can hit us up on the NBA Report Discord. Let's talk about it, man. All right. Salute to the Celtics fans. Congratulations. You know, from a Knicks fan, hurts to say, but well-deserved. They did what they needed to do. You had to figure that this was going to be one of those nights, man, where the Celtics were just going to get back into their bag, get back into what they did best over the course of the 64-18 regular season, and that is stellar defensive play. They set a great tone early in this game. Really put the clamps on Kyrie and Luka. Obviously, that was a big story there. And then on the other end, it was a Boston 3-party once again, man. It was a Boston 3-party once again, especially in key moments of this game. So, like I said, great job by the Celtics. They really jumped out, set the tone early. I thought Jrue Holiday was really a big part of that. A lot of times, I mean, how many times did you see Jrue Holiday executing out of the two-man game? Especially in that first quarter, in the short roll, just making plays, forcing Dallas to collapse on the dribbler, and then either making plays for himself or making plays for others. Then the second quarter, it was Tatum. It was a Tatum and Brown show, man. Jayson Tatum, all the knocks on him that he couldn't get it done, that he wasn't having a good playoffs. The debates, is he playing well, is he not playing well? Well, in the second quarter, Jayson Tatum accounted for damn near 70% of the Celtics' 39 points. He was absolutely incredible. He was absolutely incredible in that second quarter, including 15 points in that quarter as well, man. So great job by Jayson Tatum. He finished with 31 and 11, 11 to 24 from the field, 8 rebounds, 2 steals. Jayson Tatum was part of that defensive flurry by the Boston Celtics. Jaylen Brown taking on that Luka Doncic assignment. You heard Jaylen Brown mic'd up. He said, listen, if Luka's staying in, I'm staying in. He was locked in on him like white on rice. That's what you want from your leaders. This was their night. Give them credit. This was their night. They deserved it. Absolutely. Love what I saw from that Celtics team tonight, man. Just a dominant performance. Started at the point of attack. I thought one of the things that they did very well was, keeping Luka and Kyrie out of the paint, especially early in this game. Later on, once Dallas started to get a bit more aggressive and desperate, then they started to get their paint touches a lot more. But early in this game, they were forcing a lot of tough threes out of Luka Doncic. Put it in Dallas supporting cast hands, and Dallas supporting cast could not deliver. Remember, obviously in Game 4 in Dallas, you were going to give that supporting cast the edge. Well, that wasn't the case tonight. And Dallas overall shooting 11 for 37 from downtown. That's just not going to get it done, along with 50% from the charity stripe. Their biggest Achilles heel coming into these playoffs. One of the worst teams in the league in free throw percentage. Again, terrible. So there was nowhere on this Dallas roster that they were getting advantages tonight. They shut down Kyrie and Luka. Dallas supporting cast was trash. Free throws, turnovers, you name it. It was a Boston massacre through and through, which you had to expect. Joe Mazulla challenged his team to win quarters, to come out strong. Every quarter, they went on a run to close it out. Every single one, they went on a run to close it out. So just an overall, just a great job by them, man. Tip your cap. They brought back Porzingis. I was surprised that Porzingis came back in this game. in the series, rather, based on the rare injury that he had. That injury only 32 human cases in the world. But anyway, Porzingis comes back right away. Jason Kidd is putting him through actions. They were putting him through the ringer. And you saw a lot of the times Dallas were getting open threes out of Josh Green. And Josh Green, give him credit, he was probably the best Maverick for a good 3 quarters. He was the only one that had it going, really. So they were trying to go at Porzingis, trying to see if they had some advantages there. They got some good things going there. But at the end of the day, with Boston, they were forcing tough looks all night. And when Dallas had their openings, they couldn't knock it down. 0 for 5, P.J. Washington from 3. 1 for 4, Derrick Jones. Those are the guys that you want to shoot it, especially above the break. 3 for 9. But Kyrie, man, that was it. 15 points, 5 of 16 shooting. Kyrie, once again, a 0 back in Boston. Was he shook? Was it the yips? I just think Holiday and White really shut him down, man. I just think they shut him down. You got to give credit where credit is due. Boston's defense was stellar. It's 5 of 16 shooting, 15 and 9 on the night. Luka was better, 28 and 12, but that's not going to get it done. They asked me on the last show, they said, CP, what does Dallas need to have a chance at this? I said, you need like a 30, 40-point triple-double out of Luka. Kyrie's got to come along for the ride. But he couldn't get it done. You literally needed them coming into the series. What were they averaging together? 60? You needed that for the finals for them to even have a chance, even the slightest chance. But they got smoked, man. You had the Pritchard buzzer beater at the half. 2 buzzer beaters in the NBA Finals. Once I saw that, by halftime, I said, yeah, this thing is cooked. Put a stick of fork in them. They're getting everything they want. Tatum eruption in the second quarter. Peyton Pritchard to finish it off with the buzzer beater. And that was all she wrote, man. Stick a fork in them. Horford came through 2 for 3 from downtown. 4 of 8, Derrick White, man. Derrick White was just stepping in, just pull up 3 after pull up 3. He went 4 of 8 from downtown. 8 rebounds. You know, how many teams in this playoff have a fifth guy in Derrick White who's in here averaging double figures in the postseason? 18 games, Derrick White was averaging 16.9 points a game. This was the team that won 64 games, man. They showed you why. They showed you why they were the best team all year. So congratulations to them. Well deserved. Jaylen Brown gets the MVP. And he was mic'd up here. Let's hear what Jaylen Brown had to say here. Gets the MVP. The Bill Russell MVP. Hey, rightfully so. Here we go. Jaylen Brown.
Russell would be so proud. The 2024 Bill Russell Finals MVP goes to Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen, yeah, you earned that. What does holding this trophy mean to you?
It was a full team effort, and I shared this with my brothers and my partner in crime, Jayson Tatum. He was with me the whole way.
You've said that what's been different about your game this season is that you let go of all of the anxieties, all the doubts. First of all, you're a superstar, so no one knew you had any anxieties or doubts. But how were you able to do that to unlock your game, as you put it?
Just my faith in the Most High, just believing in my teammates, my coaching staff, and just being grateful. I've been grateful for every moment, every opportunity. I never hung my head. I don't give. We play basketball. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Jaylen. Congratulations. Jason, where are you?
I was wondering why they cut the sound. My man was dropping F-bombs. He's like, yo. I don't give a family show. I'm here. Hey, he's elated. What do you want the guy to do? But I like the redemption stories, man. And there's no one more deserving than Tatum and Brown in this thing. They earned it. They battle tested. And when the narratives wanted to, pick them apart, literally, try to split these guys up, these guys rose to the occasion and got it done. I mean, who can remember Jaylen Brown's brutal Game 7 against the Miami Heat when the Celtics choked in the Eastern Conference Finals last year? Jaylen Brown, 8 at 23 from the field, 1 of 9 from downtown. Minus 17 on the night, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. He goes into the offseason, gets a bag, $304 million man, the highest paid player in the NBA at that time. And what he say in the press conference? He's got to do more. He wants to do more. He wants to be more. He wants to be the guy. He challenged himself. And here he is, man. He was the best player for the Celtics. And that's saying a lot because almost everybody of their core, say 6-7-man rotation, had a big role in this win. But Brown was the guy, man. He took Luka Doncic on head on, became a playmaker, was knocking out clutch shots. When they blew the doors off, when they made that big third quarter run in Dallas for Game 3, Jaylen Brown was a big part of that. That big dunk, ferocious dunk down the middle. And now he's sitting there as the Finals MVP. He wanted to be on the all-defensive team. Got snubbed from the defensive team. Was a leader this year. He went from GOAT to hero. That's a big story, man. Big story for Jaylen Brown, and well deserved. As a basketball fan, you got to be happy for the guy. He went through 6 Eastern Conference Finals, 2 NBA Finals, and he got it. He's got the bag. Got the ring, rather. So congratulations to him. The narrative thing is very, very interesting, man. Here's Jaylen Brown, 27. You got Jayson Tatum, 26. And last year, you had some Boston fans, NBA fans ready to split these guys up. I might have been one of the few people like, yo, what are we talking about here? You got 2 premier wings in the prime of their career. Over 60% winning percentage between both of them. For both of them, since they've been in Boston. Constantly getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. If these guys are on any other team in the NBA, that's an excellent resume. But I said this on Twitter. We put our takes in the microwave time and time again. Every day we put it in the microwave. They can't win the big one. They can't do this. They can't do this. Is this the best player? Is that the best player? And then when you really pull it back, you see that some of the best players, it takes time to win a championship. Jokic year 7, Giannis year 7, LeBron 8, Curry 5, Jordan 6. And it's not putting Tatum and Brown on those tier of guys, or in the same wheelhouse some of those guys. It's just to say that winning a championship takes a while, takes time for some. For some. Yes, you can go to the outliers. Magic winning early. Bird won early. Kobe won fairly early. Yeah, some will win early, but for the most part, you got to take your lumps. It takes losing and inexperience. And inexperience from your front office. Championships takes time. But since we're in this instant gratification of hot takes, the two things run counter. We don't have patience when we're making daily takes, but in the grand scheme of things, it takes time to put a championship on the floor. Your stars got to learn their lumps. Front office got to put a good team out there. This was a great team. You can't hate on it. And I'm trying to plead with the Knicks fans. Some Knicks fans, I'm not impressed with this win. You got to knock it off. The team was 64-18, the best team in the NBA. Record net rating. One of the best teams, among some of the best teams of all time. At one point, this team's net rating was up there. This was a good team. I mean, let's just keep it 1,000. We got to keep it real. They were a good team. They were a deep team. And a lot of people want to make it about the three-pointers that they take. Look at the defense. Defense wins championships. Look at the defense. They were smothering Kyrie and Luka Doncic out there tonight. Had him in jail in many moments of this game. So, I mean, they were a two-way force this season, and it showed here tonight in Game 5. They left no doubts. And so, you know, for Brown, that was excellent for him. Good job there. And then Tatum. Tatum exercises the demons now. All the talk coming in was, you know, Tatum, he's not shooting the ball well, and he can't be a great because he's not shooting. And for the most part, I saw a guy that was making winning plays during the playoffs and during the finals. No, he wasn't shooting the ball as efficiently, but it didn't really matter. He didn't have to be. Because he's making plays for his team. He had 11 assists tonight. First Celtic with 20 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds in the NBA Finals since Larry Bird. I mean, talk about an evolution as a player. You know, in the finals when they got scraped by Golden State, he got shut out. I thought Wiggins outplayed him, and he came up very small. Tonight, second quarter and third quarter, he was dominant. Jayson Tatum, age 26, 5-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA. First in playoff points before 27. First in playoff wins since being drafted. First in playoff points since being drafted. That's what it takes, man. That's what it takes. Here was Tatum after the game. Here's Tatum after the game.
It's a surreal feeling. We did it. We did it! Oh my God, we did it.
So much emotion. We saw you feeling it all when you came out of the game. Just can you try to describe just what you were feeling?
Man. First of all, God is the greatest. Not because we won, but to put me in positions to maximize my God-given ability to surround me with these guys, my family. This is an incredible feeling. I'm lost for words. I'm sorry.
How did what?
TM in the chat says, was the "we did it" line kind of corny? I did think he was trying to do the anything is possible, but it didn't really ring the same. You know what I'm saying? But hey, he's in his glory. You got to let him go with it. It didn't really hit. It wasn't really hitting like anything is possible when KG and them won it. And by the way, this was the 16th anniversary since KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen won their championship. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I hate giving the Celtics all this credit, but look, I give credit where credit is due. They had a great team. Anniversary night, building was rocking. That's what you want. That's what you want in sports. As a Knicks fan, this is what we want. You know? So it just is what it is, man. But the narratives have changed. The narratives have changed. And you watch on First Take, on Worst Take tomorrow, it now becomes, well, Malika already put a dynasty on him, which I thought was ridiculous, right? So on First Take, it'll be Stephen A. Shannon and Molly talking about, will the Celtics win a dynasty? Where is Jaylen Brown in the top 5? Is he the best player in the league? Is Jayson Tatum? It all changes. It all changes. It's no more about can they win it or will they choke. Now it's how great they are. That's just how it goes. How about Kristaps? Kristaps gets a ring. How we feel about that? Kristaps gets a ring here. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal. Chuck D says, what a year for the NBA report. Start to finish, hang the banner. So much for the best two-man tandem. They were saying in Dallas, Luka got to wait for the Larry Bird rights. The right to be compared to Larry Joe Bird. We ready for them next year. Yeah, that was another thing they put in the microwave. Luka, he's the next Larry Bird. He's the next big thing. You got to take your lumps, man. Not everybody's Larry Legend. Got to take your lumps. And for them, for Luka, I thought I didn't like, look, we know the step back shot is his thing. The step back three is his patented move. I didn't like him at the time he was taking him, especially in the first quarter. You had to stay connected with Boston, man. You had to stay connected. I liked, in games 4 and game 3, Dallas did a great job of getting into the paint and making things happen, getting their bigs involved, getting to the free throw line. Like, things were happening in the paint. I thought they settled for a lot of bad threes, especially Luka. And then you had guys like Derrick Jones, like PJ Washington, so on and so forth, taking threes. It's hard to really rely on those guys to get it done in a big spot in a hostile environment like this with the championship on the line for the Celtics. I didn't like his approach. And they needed an all-time great performance from Luka Doncic to have any chance tonight. And I thought it was just regular. But also, again, give credit to Jaylen Brown because I thought his defense was great. Did a great job harassing him. I thought the Celtics overall did a great job showing him different looks, staying physical with him. And so they deserve their credit as well. But just an all-time great like a Luka Doncic or a great player like a Luka Doncic, I expected him to get it popping a little bit. And then Kyrie, the best offensive backcourt of all time. Well, the defense shut him out, man, because Kyrie was once again a no-show in Boston. Absolute no-show. 5 of 16 from the field, 15 points. It's not going to get it done, buddy. You got to put up star numbers. And it just wasn't there. Game 1, 31% from the field, 12 points. Game 2, 38% from the field, 16 points. Game 3, he popped off when he got back to Boston. He popped off in Game 3, 35. They needed that. But they lost. They did lose. That was when Luka didn't do his part. Kyrie did his part. Luka didn't do his part. Game 4, 21, 55%. They didn't need him. They washed him early, so they didn't need that much, but he still did what he had to do. And then Game 5. Overall, he just weren't there. He just wasn't there. So, look, I thought they had a good year, man. They had a good year, all things considered. Nobody gave the Mavs a shot to even get here. I sure as hell didn't. They made the moves that they made at the deadline. Getting Gafford, getting P.J. Washington was major. Derek Lively Jr. had a great year for them as a rookie. A lot of good things came together for them, man. Nobody expected them to beat the Clippers. They beat them. Nobody expected them to beat OKC. They sent them to Cancun. And then the Timberwolves, they sent Ant-Man and them packing to Cancun. They had a great year. But just like with the Nuggets last year, when you get to the NBA Finals, man, sometimes it shows you just how far the gap is between teams. Don't mean you're close, because Boston was far and away the better team, and over the course of a series, the better team, especially in the NBA, typically wins. The championship. Typically, that team is the one hanging the Larry O'Brien trophy. Slaughtered the Timberwolves. Yeah, so, look, man, Dallas had a great year. Will they get back? That will be hard to predict because obviously you have to think that the West will be markedly improved between OKC. They're going to take their jump between experience and making roster moves. OKC has a ton of cap space to play with. Timberwolves, Ant-Man, after taking his lumps, is Ant-Man going to take another level up? Well, the Timberwolves look to improve. I think they need a point guard. They need to upgrade the Conley spot. I think Conley did a good job of setting the table for them, but they need to make a move. Who else you got? Phoenix. I don't see that big three really coming together. I think they're too top heavy, especially with the salary cap issues and the new CBA. I don't see Phoenix coming back even with Budenholzer. Lakers, forget about them. They're getting older. I don't see it for the Lakers. Who else you got there? The champs? What will the champs do? I mean, the former champs. With some respect. Boston's now the champs. The Nuggets. The Nuggets went on the cheap, getting rid of Bruce Brown and Jeff Green. How do the Nuggets upgrade their bench to get back to the dance? So the West is gonna be there. And for the East, with the Celtics, forget all that dynasty talk. I'll leave that for the good people at Worst Take. But, what's the major decisions that are awaiting the Celtics in this offseason? Potentially re-signing Derek White. Derek White will be going into his final year of his contract. He wants to stay. They want to keep him. They're going to give Jayson Tatum the bag next. So they're definitely second apron territory. But for a team like this that's already ready for, already won a championship, I don't know what Stevens and the ownership's motivations are, but I don't see why not going to the second apron. You have a team that's already won. You have a championship team. You have everything you need. Jrue Holiday got the bag. Jaylen Brown got the bag. And now Tatum and White will get the bag. You got people busting fireworks out in my neighborhood right now. What the hell's going on here? I'm about to get in my Clint Eastwood bag. What's going on here? It's 12 o'clock on the East Coast. On a school night. About to get in my old man bag. So obviously you're going to have to put the Celtics at the top of the East next year. Then, there will be question marks. You have, obviously, where will the Knicks be? Are the Knicks going to make moves? Because after Boston, I think 2 through 5 is going to be way up in the air. Where will the Knicks do? What will the Knicks do? Is Philly going to upgrade? Do they go get a Paul George? Do they go get Brandon Ingram? I think Morey has to make a move. They're going to give Maxey the bag. They're going to need to find a third co-star to help manage the workload because Embiid is going to be missing time due to injury. He's another knee injury away from missing some time. So they're going to need another guy to pick it up for them. The Bucks, Dame and Giannis, Middleton. Do they bounce back under the leadership of Doc Rivers? Miami, what's Riley going to do? Riles isn't standing pat. The Cavs, do they break up Garland and Mitchell? I don't care what they do. I don't see them doing anything of respectability anyway. Orlando, do they make a move? Pacers. So, you got a couple teams. Like I said, I think 2 through 5 is going to be wide open. We'll see what our Knicks do. But Celtics will be back out on the top. Somebody said school is out. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on with the schools, man. The use is outside of busting fireworks. It's that time of year, though. I will say it's that time of year where they definitely get it popping on a daily basis out here. Championship banner number 18 for the Boston Celtics, 106-88. Absolutely stomped a mud hole through the Mavs tonight, man. Absolutely stomped the mud hole through the Mavs. Well deserved. You got Al Horford wins his first ring. 186 playoff games. Congratulations to him. Well deserved. I thought Al Horford definitely deserved it. He gets a lot of credit for kind of setting the tone with that Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum era. He was the elder statesman, the veteran. Longtime veteran with the Hawks when I used to live down in Atlanta. Hey, I rocked with Al Horford. I like Al Horford. He's definitely deserving. And it's funny because when they sent him to OKC, I thought he was just about cooked. I thought Al Horford was just about cooked. Then he comes back to the Celtics and he's firing away. Found a new role. A floor spacing firebomber. You got 6 guys who can shoot 40% from 3 on the on the Celtics. Or at least capable. Bombing 3. So, shout out to Al Horford. He definitely deserves it. So Boston gets number 18, surpassing the Lakers for the most chips in NBA history. So they are now the kings of the league, man. Lakers are now the kings of the league. Celtics are now the kings of the league. Give them credit. Here's Paul Pierce after the game. Gas up the duck boats. My response, leave them at the docks. Leave him at the docks. Oh, man. Paul Pierce at the parade. He's bound to do something embarrassing. Oh, that's Boston for you. He'll definitely make it about himself. Who else? Joe Mazulla. Back to the narrative thing. They were ready to run Joe Mazulla out of town last year. Ready to send him packing. This was a guy who literally in September last year, of the previous season, finds out, hey, we're going to get rid of the guy that took us to the dance because he's got his hands in the cookie jar. And you're the guy. Joe Mazzulla's like, wait, what? I was just coaching the Maine Red Claws. What's going on here? Finds out that he's the guy, 34 years old, 33 years old. And by the way, the locker room's all yours. Welcome to Boston, the most storied franchise, one of the most storied franchises in the NBA. Gets him to the Eastern Conference Finals. And by the end of it, they're ready to run him out of town. Now he's looking like the best thing smoking. He motivates the guys. He's got everything in order. You got to give it time, man. You just got to give it time. 64-18. And you look at him, man. He looks like he's locked in. He's locked in on all the little details. He's got motivating qualities as well. It looks like these guys are bought in with this guy, man. So, they're able to go from Stevens to Udoka to Mazulla. 18 championship. Celtics just know how to do it, man. They just know how to do it. 80-17. So you got that going on there. How about Jeff, our good guy Jeff Van Gundy, guys? Jeff Van Gundy is a champion. That I'm very happy about. That our guy Jeff Van Gundy got a championship, man. Very deserving for our coach, man. A basketball lifer from the Knicks, Rockets, Team USA. Had a lot of tragedy this year. He lost his job at ESPN. He lost his sister-in-law, lost his best friend. I'm very happy for Coach Van Gundy, man. Very happy for Coach Van Gundy. So, again, congratulations to the Celtics all the way around on a much-deserved NBA championship. A couple more stuff here. You got Jayson Tatum. All-time total playoff points before age 27. Surpassing the late, great Kobe Bryant, man. That was his idol, too. So that's a beautiful thing. Surpassing his idol. You got the Pritchard buzzer beater. That was insane. Twice in the NBA Finals, Pritchard's hitting the buzzer beater. Once I saw that, I said all bets are off. This thing is over. It's over with. I thought Hauser gave Boston some good minutes, too, off the bench. Hauser had 8 points, 2 of 6 from downtown, 4 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal. Hauser, I thought he really impressed me, not just from 3, but his scrappiness. He's a scrapper. Not that quick on his feet, but he'll scrap on the defensive end. And then offensively, you know it. He doesn't even need a full rotation on his jumper. He's pulling. He's got a unique gift there when he shoots the threes. So you had Hauser there. Horford gave him 9 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Jrue Holiday, man. Jrue Holiday's just doing Jrue Holiday things. 15 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 7 of 14 from the field. A team high plus 21 for Jrue Holiday, man. How good was Jrue Holiday in this entire series for this team? The first quarter, they're setting the tone. They're doing guard screens, or if we want to call it guard-forward screens for Holiday and Tatum. Holiday's slipping some of the screens. He's rolling off some of the screens into the short roll. And then once he gets behind the defense, you've got a 3-on-2 advantage in some respects. And then he's kicking it to the corners. He's scoring the layup. I mean, I love the way that they were utilizing Jrue Holiday. To have Jrue Holiday on this team be your 3rd or 4th option is such a tremendous advantage for the Celtics. To me, he's in the perfect role right now at this stage of his career. And so, I mean, just look at it. Like, you have playmaker in Tatum, playmaker now in Brown. They're getting it to Jrue Holiday, who's creating in advantageous situations. How easy is it for them? He can use his size to get to the hole and get a bucket. Use his savvy to find the corner threes, which is going to be there because that's how they want to space the floor for you. So you saw a lot of two-man action using Jrue Holiday, and he exploited it perfectly, along with locking up Kyrie Irving. And what a offseason for Brad Stevens. Because in one offseason, they're able to turn Marcus Smart into Kristaps Porzingis and a pick. Take that pick and send it to Portland to go get Jrue Holiday. At part of a package, more assets went. But Brad Stevens is able to get Jrue Holiday and Kristaps in 1 year. That was a steal. That was a steal. So Jrue Holiday, man, that trade has paid off in one season. The Kristaps trade paid off in one season. And look, he wasn't even healthy for most of this series. But just in terms of how he played during the regular season for them and helping them get to this point when he was healthy, I thought Kristaps was a big, big piece for them. He made him dangerous. And that's another reason why they come back in here next year and he's healthy. They're back to being dangerous again, man. He changes things for them tremendously. But again, he's got to be healthy, and that's never on his side. And here's our guy Staps, man. Here's our guy Kristaps.
I gotta get. How am I gonna say that? You gotta.
Guy Kristaps is a champion, huh?
How am I gonna say that? You get it with yourself.
Kristaps is a champion. How my Knicks fans feeling about that, man? How we feel about that? I'm happy for Staps, you know? There's no hard feelings. His brother was a prick. You know. But it is what it is. Young mistakes. Yeah. It's Kristaps. Kristaps got the ring, man. Chuck D, the rhyme animal Chuck D says, Milwaukee losing Jrue. Tossing Bud equals plummeting. Yeah. Yep. Jrue Holiday, the difference maker. The Bucks traded for 3 first-round picks and some assets to go get Jrue Holiday. They win the championship. Celtics make the trade for Jrue Holiday. They win the championship. He's the guy, man. He's definitely the guy. Congrats to the C's. See what else we got in here. What's ESPN got in here? You got Celtics, Tatum, Jaylen Brown, the MVP. Yeah, the MVP, man, Jaylen Brown. So there it is, the NBA season in the books. Now, as we look to the offseason, one of the changes, as we saw this morning, is that now that the finals are over, by tomorrow, teams can start negotiating with their own free agents. So, what does that mean? You might start hearing news already about free agency. And we're about 2 weeks out, officially. We're about 2 weeks out officially, so we could start hearing free agent news as early as tomorrow, I believe. Let's just double check that. Let me get to my guy Bobby Marks. I believe that is true. I read that this morning. Yeah, starts on Tuesday, June 18th. The rules of the offseason. Offseason starts on the 18th. What is allowed? Let me make this a little bit bigger. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button for you boys. Celtics win the championship. Trying to figure out how to get one for the Knicks. Here we go. So, here are the rules. You're allowed to negotiate with your own free agent. Negotiate with a player on your roster that is rookie extension eligible. Negotiate with a player on your roster that is veteran extension eligible as of July 6th. What is not allowed, you can't negotiate with the free agent not on your roster. That starts on the official free agency tip-off, which is June 30th. And you can't announce publicly that a team and free agent have reached an agreement on a contract. First allowable date is July 6th. That's when you can, make it official. But you can still put it out there. Violation of the rules, you got to fine up to $2 million, forfeiture of draft picks, and or suspension of team personnel. So, yeah, that's it. League new season technically starts tomorrow, guys. And we don't stop here at the NBA Report. We will be continuing into the offseason and digging in off-season content for damn near all 30 NBA teams. And so make sure you guys tap into that. Bobby Marks talks about the Celtics meant to negate the rules of the second apron. Pritchard, Hauser, Horford, all under contract next season. Boston has 7 of their own first-round picks in the next 8 years. Jrue Holiday gets an NBA championship bonus. $1 million. How about that? You get a ring and you get $1 million. 6 bonuses earned for Jrue Holiday. All defense, games played, minutes played, games and rebounds. Reaching the NBA Finals and winning a ring. $2.8 million. Get that bonus. Here he goes to the Celtics offseason. Yeah, I mean, they're in pretty good shape. Second apron. They are going to be in the second apron next season. But, I mean, the free agents, they're intact, man. Boston's going to be intact. I think they'll be in pretty good shape. And then for the Mavs, you got Derrick Jones Jr. and Markieff Morris as your free agents. Derrick Jones Jr. could be a mid-level exception candidate for a team. Maybe the Knicks. Who knows? Or does he stay with Dallas? What do you think? Cody in the chat says, Randall wasn't trying to crown the Celtics a dynasty just yet. LOL, go Knicks. Yeah, I thought the dynasty talk was utterly ridiculous. But like I said, you will hear that tomorrow. But they got one. See if they get a couple more in the books. Man. Hopefully not at the expense of my New York Knicks. But overall, hey, congratulations to the Boston Celtics. They got it. They definitely got it. See what else we got here on the docket. Salute to everybody in the chat. Once again, hit that thumbs up button for you, boy. CP the franchise here. Celtics win 106-88. Go through some of the key stats here. We can take a look at some of the key stats because, I mean, if you're the Dallas Mavericks and you look at these stats on the plane ride home back to Dallas, wasn't pretty. 44% they shot from the field, 42 for the Celtics. From three for Dallas, 29%, 33 for the Celtics. Free throw line, another abomination, 53% from the stripe compared to 85 for the C's. Rebounding battle. You don't rebound, you don't win rings, right? Is that what Pat Riley said? They lost by 16 tonight. Lost by 16. The bigs were non-existent. From Gafford to Lively, didn't really have a good showing. Assist game, 25-18, Celtics defense, man. Turnovers, 13 turnovers led to 17 Celtic points and 16 fast break points for the Celtics. So good job there. Points in the paint were tied 42-42. And the Celtics with a wire-to-wire victory. Close them out and absolutely cooked them. So, yeah, man, that's what you had. I'll see if anything else, any other worthwhile content. That's pretty much it, man. Congratulations to the Celtics. Well done, well deserved. These are your champions, man. For the rest of the league, it's time to figure out how do we get there, man? How do we get to the drawing board? A lot of people will be thinking, man. A lot of fans thinking. Whether you're a Laker fan, a Knicks fan, an OKC Thunder fan, Milwaukee Bucks, Sixers, Timberwolves, Mavericks. Gonna be a long off season, man. How do you get your team to the promised land like these C's did? But like I said, man, with these narratives, look at these guys. It takes time. It takes time. Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, both. Jaylen Brown, how many conference finals did I say this guy got to? 6. 2 finals. Jayson Tatum, 5 conference finals. 2 finals. The Mazulla narrative, like Horford, 186 playoff games. Winning a championship is not easy. Not easy at all, man. It's hard to get to the top. And, hey, just like anything in life, man, greatness is not easy, man. It takes time. But, hey, they did it. They made the sacrifice. They came together. They were the ultimate team all year. The best team all year. And it showed. The proof was in the pudding, man. So congratulations to the Boston Celtics on win number 18. Congrats to Tatum and Brown, the whole gang. Kristaps, Joe Mazulla, Jrue Holiday, all these guys, man. And for us here on the NBA Report, keep it locked, man. We're going to keep it rolling this offseason with offseason content, draft, free agency, trades, you name it. We're going to react to it all. Salute to everybody who was new here, man. Everybody who joined in on this channel. We got over 6,000 subscribers and climbing. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. Leave us comments. Keep the show interactive. And we're going to keep this thing growing, man. By next year, we're going to double that. I promise you that. But continued support, and we appreciate that, man. Remember that the show is also available in audio podcast format. No reason to miss it. And you can also catch us on Knicks Fan TV, the #1 show for Knicks fans, by Knicks fans as well. And we appreciate the support, man. CB the Franchise. I'm out of here. Peace.